Warning: viewer discretion is advised. This channel and its content are not intended for anyone under 13 years of age. If you are under 13, please turn off this video. The following may contain material not suited for viewers under 13, such as coarse and suggestive language, tobacco, drug and/or alcohol references, simulated/fantasy violence, and adult situations. Additionally, this channel and its contents are not intended to be a replacement for proper parenting. Don't allow viewing habits to interfere with personal responsibilities and relationships. Constructive criticism is encouraged, making for better content. Jokes are jokes, albeit immature ones. Please watch responsibly. Thank you.
It's colossal, it's stupendous, it's conspicuously incredible! Hurry, step right up! Hey, Sonny, you wanna give it a try?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Conspicuously Incredible Gaming. I am your host, Mike. So, kind of got into a little kerfuffle here after I got some work done on the truck. Actually, I haven't been on in stream since before I went home. Had a lot to do when I got home. Got ran like crazy, and then got a little bit of time to do some stuff when the truck went down, but not really. Sit and waited mostly. They sent me out here to California, which I'm not quite at yet, and I can't get anywhere because the roads are closed. So, yeah, that's lovely. I'm sitting here pretty much with nothing to do right now. And, I do need to be putting up more content, so, yeah, I'm gonna probably do a few of these, and then probably, actually, it's gonna be kind of one of those time travel things where I might end up streaming a little later this evening, and then you'll end up hearing this later on, but that's kind of the way that goes. Anyway, I believe this is going to be episode 5 of Solar Jetman, where I'm now on the 6th planet. So, let me go ahead and just get right on into that. Let's see. Alright, now let me put the sound up a little bit. Not a whole lot. I don't want to drown myself out, but most of this is ambient, so I'm not too worried about, copyright or anything. Just drag that just a teeny little bit. Alright, so the first episode was Planet 1 and 2. And 2 was 3, 3 was 4, 4 was 5. Now 5 is 6. So, alright, there we go. Better. I tried to get one of these little LED lights that I had and string it around with a USB plug. So, trying to get a little bit more light on my face. I still can't do anything about that God ray up there. I mean, I could turn off. Then it gets dark as crap. And it's like I'm telling ghost stories in the dark. So, that cuts down on a little bit of the graininess. Not a whole lot, but it's something. And I might try to get another one later on, or, I might even try to invest in one of them damn ring lights or something so I can clip onto my laptop up here and just something a little bit better. I am using the built-in webcam, so that's, it's not really doing me any favors either. So, alright, 5 minutes of intro and BS and all that, so let me go ahead and get on to it. I gotta be focused in on the window first. That always helps. Alright, so I believe last time there was a store and I bought the map, the tracking map, so I bought a good little bit of stuff. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to need it at the moment, so go ahead and get up out of here. I still got select map to R1. Yeah, pretty heavy gravity here. So you see now all these spots here that are blinking are either items or could be the wormhole, could be one of the wormholes or one of the ways out, or one of those. They're still, I guess, considered wormholes, but those special stage ones, which I'm not sure if they were in every one. If they were, I was just missing it. The gravity is very, very heavy on this planet. Probably the heaviest so far. And that would figure coming up along this side of them that they would be armored on this side, so... Maybe it's the other way around, the same way around. Yes, they did. They just flipped the sprites. You son of a bitch. So this is probably where the homing missiles, stuff like that would have came in. Very heavy gravity. And I never understood why there was a bat up in this level. It's like one of the only levels that has something like this sitting in the background layer. But it's there. Uh-huh. Yeah, you thought. So, I mean, even the map, it's just like a line with a little spot on the top. It looks like one of them, I guess, like wide brim Amish hats almost. What it looks like. And was this also another one of the... Yeah, I think this was the first one of the levels where you had to actually get close enough to the ship because you will overshoot it just like I did if you don't get low enough. Probably falling as fast as hell too. No, I'm directly above it, so... Ooh, there we go. Man, I was coming in hot there. I lost all track of where I was. Ooh, there we go. Thought there for a minute I screwed up. Pile of gems. Most expensive thing I've pulled out of those boxes so far. I guess even in deep space, rubies are worth something. I don't think there was anything here. Yeah, just a barren wasteland back here. No, see, this is the pain in the ass. As soon as I get to it. Because I remember this one enough, too. Slam the ground. Be a bad, bad thing. I don't think there's anything... let me check real quick, just so I satisfy that curiosity. I don't think there's anything else over here either. No. It's just a hole. That's all it is. It's just a hole. It's like a damn mine shaft. One of them exoplanets. Let that gravity move there for a second. I mean, this. What the hell is this? But, I mean, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, you got legs there. You can jump up and snatch one in my ass. Uh-huh. Not today. Not today. Not any day, actually. We ain't rescheduling that one either. There we go. Some more gems. Or crystals, I mean. Now, this is the problem. You gotta make sure to pick the right hole. Or you're gonna be going back down. This one? Yes, it is this one. Kind of the space equivalent of fishtail in there. Starting to get out of control there for a second. Bong. Yeah, get on down in there. Trying to see if I can't get that thing. It's at least there we go. Yeah, something's shoosting at me. Alright, so, let's see, something up in here. It's not good for my... Definitely not good for my fuel, for my character health, but if it keeps me from hitting them damn bullets. Okay. It's 1, 2... Is it this one? Oh. One more. There we go. Now I've got rid of that pesky exoplanet too, so it won't run me into the wall. Starting to slow down. That's where you gotta use the damn boosters. In the hole. I really don't remember what I need a lot of the special weapons for yet. I'll probably find it out. Wang. So I got what was up there. I want to say that this way is not as involved. So probably clean out this one first. Eh. Damn it. Oh shit, there's another one up here. Oh, you didn't like that very much, did you? Any more of you sumbitches down here? Okay, so up in here. Oh, drive by. Heavy. Heavy. Oh, hell. Getting rushed. Bye-bye, bitch. Now let me check and make sure I got the right hole. Tennis balls, there you go. It's just full of tennis balls. Like there's some interplanetary Wimbledon going on and it can't continue because nobody has their balls. Nobody has their balls, so... Sorry. Alright, that's starting to bother the hell out of me. This truck's like revving up like you wouldn't believe. Go night night. Just wants to sit there and rev up like... What? I don't think it really mattered which one of them because they both come out up here. Let's see what else was in here. Bong bong. Bong bong. There's the reefer turning on. Yeah, there's gonna be some people, waiting on their meat. Hey, I kinda didn't drop the ball on this one. I was giving this load 2 days late already. And then... Of course, I-80 going into California had to be closed because of a big-ass snowstorm. I mean, Donner Pass is already notorious for drivers and everything and how dangerous it can be. And this company, at least not me and my truck and my particular, you know, load profile, I guess you could say. I don't chain up. I don't have chains. So they've closed the road down for weather. And now they've allowed tractor trailers and people to go by as long as they have chains. You thought you were going to do something. Yeah, but I don't have any chains, so there's an alternate way I can go down and around some, but they still have chain laws too right there, so I just don't understand why they brought me out here, wasted my time and their time. I mean, honestly, I could spend a couple extra days and go down through Vegas and come around and go up to Sacramento that way, but I wasn't given the authorization to do that because that's probably an extra 500 miles. More than likely. And they're like, no, you stay on the route. So, damn it, shit just doing what it wants to do down in here. I find it funny people are losing their minds, though, over this thing that's going on here lately. I don't think the problem is the sickness itself. I think the problem is the panic over it. I mean, we've had, you know, me and my cousin, me and Travis, we've had TP at the house for frickin' years. One of my aunts, she's one of those habitual Sam's Club shoppers. And so we got like a damn near a duffel bag's worth. I mean, like 40 some damn rolls of toilet paper. Was it the other year? Not this last year for Christmas, but the year before that. And my cousin never even bothered breaking into them. He kind of just chucked them in the back bedroom and, you know, chucked them in the closet and left them there, and just been buying toilet paper and everything, you know, on the regular as we normally would. Kind of totally forgot about it. It wasn't until I got home this last time, because we got 2 bathrooms, and we're trying to get the main bathroom remodeled, so there's a lot of problems with that one, so I think he's been going into the bathroom in my bedroom to use it, which means that he's been using the toilet paper, which means that there was no more toilet paper or hardly any left when I got in there. And when I got home, I remember, you know, going a couple of times and totally forgetting and going another time and having to ask him to chuck me a roll of toilet paper in the bathroom because my dumb ass didn't remember that I used the last of it. So that's when he just, it was one of them like bundles where you got like the, what was it, the 9 or something, the 9 packs, and then the 9 packs are bundled into, you know, like 4, 5, 9, you know. And he just chucked one of them 9 packs in my bedroom and goes, here you go, man. I'm like, well, damn, I didn't need the whole damn case. I just need one roll. He goes, well, screw it. He goes, I just broke into that thing that our aunt bought us, you know, a year and a half ago. I'm like, okay. So we still got like 50 damn rolls of shit paper at the house. I mean, that I ain't even worried about. I mean, as far as food and everything, you know, you need to get food. We need more food stored at the house is what we need. I mean, if I'm actually living at home, I try to buy a good bit of food, but I've only been at home like a week and a half at a time, like 3-4 times a year for the last 2.5 years. I got food on this truck. I got, ramen noodles and soup and chili and soup that I've canned, and, you know, little microwavable meals and corned beef hash and crackers and peanut butter and MREs, which I bought, by the way, before all this happened. When I was buying at 2 cases at $129, ended up jacking up to $200. That was the last I saw them 2 or 3 weeks ago. If they're still on sale, they're probably sold out now. Everybody probably done clamored to get up, which, hey, it's not that bad, do whatever you gotta do. I mean, they got toilet paper in the MREs too. It's not very good toilet paper, but it's better than your hand. But eating too many of them MREs, you won't have to worry about it anyway, because they bind you up, so... You won't need toilet paper, you'll need a pair of bolt cutters. You'll get so full you got no other option. But this'll all blow over. They've actually talked about, which I think they have, for people sending stuff in for relief, that the whole hours of service and all the restrictions and whatever are going to be lifted off the trucking industry for right now, I guess to help deal with replenishing the supply. Left behind by this panic buying. The only problem is, what I'm worried about is, the truckers, they go everywhere all over the country all the time too. They're a good candidate for catching and spreading this thing. Holy hell, that's heavy. And, the only other thing is, if you got truckers, we're only supposed to drive 11 hours a day at max and be on the clock 14. If they start picking it to where dudes are on the clock 20 hours a day, driving 15, 16, 18, hours a day, you're going to start wearing them down. They're going to start getting sick. They're going to start getting the flu and the cold and all this other stuff, and then this thing that's going around, you notice I'm not saying it by name. We all know what it is. If you're already sick with the flu, then you catch this other thing, you're going to get it double in the ass. And your chances of making it through that are not good. If I had to catch one... If I had the choice to catch the thing that's going around or catch the thing that's going around on top of a flu, I'd rather just catch the thing. And so I'm not... Yeah, it's going to be extra money and all this, but I'm just not that enthused. I mean... This company runs me like hell anyway, and I like it. I like being able to run and, make money and be busy all the time, but, like, when I stop, sometimes I barely have time to go, go inside the truck stop, use the bathroom, and go to sleep. Get up, use the bathroom again, make something to eat or whatever, and then I'm gone again. Like, I need my sleep in order to stay healthy. When I first started, I could barely sleep because of the moving of the truck and everything. I did, teamwork, team driving. I couldn't sleep because the truck was moving and, it just wasn't a restful sleep. And so I was constantly, fighting sleep, trying to fight nodding off behind the wheel and everything, and that wasn't good. That was putting my life at risk. That was putting the guy in the bunk behind me's life at risk. And that was just team driving, not being able to sleep. Imagine only being able to catch, 4 or 5 hours of sleep or whatever, and then try to run another 20. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. I'm not putting myself and others at risk because a bunch of idiots out here are panic buying TP. One, you should have bought a lot of that crap. They call preppers and everything frickin' conspiracy theorists and, crazy nuts, lunatics, ain't none of that ever gonna happen. I don't know why you this and that. And now look what happens. When something like this happens and stuff starts disappearing off the shelves, then you wonder. It's smart. It's a smart thing for everybody to have at least a month's worth of food and supplies and whatever else you may need in your house. If not 6 months. 6 months to even a year. I don't see what the problem is with having a year's worth of stuff in your house. But at least a month for the minor inconveniences. I mean, these truck stops seem to be stocked up with toilet paper and, hand sanitizer. Like, not on the shelves, I mean, like in the bathrooms. It doesn't seem to me like some of the drivers are going nuts, ripping off half rolls and everything, just unwinding rolls out of the little caddies in the stalls. So there's that, but that was one thing my mom taught me. How? That was one thing my mom taught me, about all of my life. I mean, it didn't matter where you went, what you did, if you were just going camping, if you were traveling, whatnot, you always keep a roll of toilet paper handy. Driving, in your car, always keep a roll of toilet paper in the glove box somewhere. If you have to go really badly, at like say a rest area or any place with a public bathroom, and you get in there and you realize there ain't no paper in there, well, if you've brought your own roll, you're set. My first girlfriend, we took a trip down to Alabama and everything to visit her family over Easter. And we got in the, I believe it was the Greyhound terminal in Atlanta. Yeah, we were flat fucking broke then, so we had to do Greyhound. We were, I believe it was the Atlanta terminal. No. I had to go in the Atlanta terminal. I almost missed the damn bus because I had to drop a deuce. I think this might have been like Louisville or something like that, And she looks at me, the girls do, and kind of hunch down close. I gotta go. Go. What's the matter? Oh, you gonna stay here and watch stuff? Yeah, I'm gonna. What do you think? I'm gonna run off on you here? I said, oh wait, before you go, here, take this roll of toilet paper with you. What for? What do I need a roll of toilet? That's stupid. What do I need a roll of toilet paper for? Like, when you get in that stall and you find out there might not be no toilet paper in there, you're gonna thank me. She snatches the roll of toilet paper out of my hand, storms off to the bathroom, comes back about, 7 minutes later, so, something like that, 10 minutes, whatever. When she got done, she chucks the roll back at me. Obviously, there's some been taken off it, and she goes, "How did you know?" Like, you just prepare for these things. I mean, what do you want from me? You know that there's a possibility that there might not be none in there. I just think it's things like this that we've forgotten over the years. And I may have told this story and everything on this channel, and I tell them all the time, and I probably repeat them all the time, so somebody's going to call me out on that. But if you live in the South, and I'm hearing it's creeping more up north, I'm hearing it's creeping in the parts in Canada. It's that when everybody hears snow, a couple inches of snow, couple of whatever, higher up, feet, whatever, all of a sudden the stores empty out. Bread, milk, eggs, toilet paper, water, beer, Pop-Tarts. And it's like, what's with all this panic buying? I mean, the power probably isn't going to go out, and if it does go out, I mean, they'll try to fix it and whatever. I mean, what's the big deal? And I realized that unfortunately, and yet fortunately, I grew up as a welfare kid. My mom got food stamps at the beginning of the month, and so that's what we did at the beginning of the month. First day or two when she got the check and she got the food stamps, we took a trip all over town, paying bills, doing whatever needed to be done, cashing the check, paying bills, whatever, gassing up the car, all the other stuff. And then the first thing we would do after, or the last thing I would say we would do after that, is we would go get groceries. We would get enough groceries to pretty much fill the house for the month. We always saved, $40, something like that, $30, $40 out of that a month because of things like, bread and milk and eggs, stuff that goes bad fast and stuff that you eat up fast. So, it was only maybe 2 more weeks into the month where we'd maybe be having to buy, eggs and milk and bread again. And that was about it. I mean, I don't really like the fact that I grew up on welfare and all that. I mean, it is what it is. But at the same time, that it kind of humbles you a little bit. We knew, at least my mom knew, that all this going to the store every week, or every day, every other day or whatever, some people just pick up dinner on their way, stuff to make for dinner on the way home. I never dealt with that panic buying stuff because, to me, living in a house that didn't have at least a couple of weeks worth of food in it was unheard of. Oh, that's the wormhole. That's the exit, so... Gotta get out of here. I'm gonna get one-hitted by them damn things. Where is the wormhole? It's up on the hill. So yeah, to go without when I was, as far as food, I mean, that's the thing. My mom had a few other different problems, and she had a few other things that she spent her money on that she shouldn't have. But I'll tell you one damn thing, we never went hungry. Us kids never went hungry. You know, us kids meaning me and my sister. We never went hungry. There was a couple of nights where we had to eat stuff we didn't really want to, you know, pot of beans, some fried taters, which now, oh God, I love some pinto beans and some fried taters, and it's just funny when you get older and everything, and yeah, you get older and you start thinking about that, and I don't know if it's like that, you know, that nostalgia or that comfort food thing or what, but yeah, I used to get pissed when we had to eat pinto beans and fried taters for a night. Because Mom was trying to make stuff stretch, you know. She bought, she bought steaks enough for us for one night, and we had chicken, and we had ground beef, and we had pork chops, and we kind of staggered and spread it all out. You know, you couldn't just eat all the good stuff all right away. Because then, you know, the last 2 weeks of the month, you'd be stuck eating shit you didn't want to eat. I need more fuel. I got a, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry, give me a second here. Alright, as I say, you probably didn't want to see me blowing my nose. This thing that's going around doesn't really affect your sinuses, it mainly affects your lungs and everything like that. But I've traveled into an area that was cold, and it was warmer, and the wind was blowing like damn crazy. Now it's a little bit warmer over here, and where I'm supposed to be going is a little bit colder up in the mountains, and I've been up, down, up, down. I mean, in one trip, I saw the temperature go from 45 to 35, 27, back to 37. Now it's like probably 50, 50-ish, 40, 49, 50 where I'm sitting at. It's just, you know, up and down, up and down. So, that'll kind of get to your sinuses a bit. And my family and everything has just these weird damn sinuses. Okay, I come up from that hole, so I think the only thing else that was over here was that that wormhole. So I went in totally the wrong direction that I should have. Because the wormhole out of here. I mean, I've looked into a lot of those shows, those TV shows where they talk about, oh, you know, we've got this and we've got that, you know, they've got this car and like 2 houses and all this and that different stuff, but they're drowning in debt. Yummy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it out of here though. just the fuel alone, let alone getting hit. Or, you know, well, we got this and we got that, and we're making so much money, but we're drowning in debt. And these people come in, these professional, you know, budgeters and, you know, bookkeepers and all that, they come in, and the first thing that they realize is these people are spending way much more money on, like, food, like takeout food and, you know, dumb junk than what they need to be. I mean, some of these families are spending $500, $600, $700, $800 more a month on food that they could otherwise, if they budgeted correctly, could be saving. Yeah. You know, the first thing is, you know, and I've also seen those shows, though, the extreme coupon clipping and stuff too. And I mean, you can do that. I mean, for 90% more work, you're gonna save 15%, 20%. I mean, some of these people do take it to the extreme. And if you got the time to search through all the you know, the ads and the newspapers and clip all the coupons and, you know, sure. I mean, I'd say, you know, clip a few of them if you want. But you have to have the time. You really have to have the time to, like, to the extreme some of these coupon clippers have gone is way out there compared to just going once a month or whatever, or, you know, once every 2 weeks to your local grocery store and spending, you know, 45 minutes and piling up the stuff you need. I could be wrong. A lot of these coupon clippers probably got a system down. You know, folders and accordion binders of stuff and when it expires and what it is, and they just come across some stuff and, you know, maybe while they're already, you know, having a glass of wine and watching Netflix or doing something, maybe they're, you know, just kind of hands going to town. But if it works for you and you got the time, yeah, sure. But as I said before, too, you know, damn, the wind just picked up all of a sudden, man. This whole damn truck is... Damn. Good God Almighty. Oh, well. Alright, well, I know for sure I have to go over there in order to get to that wormhole, so I think I'm going to go back the other way for right now. And that way when I clear everything out of here, then I just go over there real quick and take care of what I got to take care of. I mean, this guy I was talking to the other day while I was getting my truck worked on and everything, he was pretty much saying the same thing. Like, his, you know, his parents and everybody, of course, he was probably, you know, almost 20 years older than me, probably, but, you know, could have been my dad. Not literally could have been my dad. Old enough to be my dad, not, you know. But it was the whole thing of... You know, his parents always canned and did stuff and put stuff up and always had a deep freezer and... Yeah, that's the whole thing too, like, especially, you know, like deep freezing and everything. You get a, you know, a chest freezer and you get a lot of sales and different stuff, you know, going on. Tell you what's really good too is scour the supermarkets and buy up the stuff that's like on clearance. The the meat that's pretty much, at its expiration date tomorrow, and you go in and you buy all that stuff and you package it up and you freeze it. Get you a vacuum sealer. And you package all that stuff up. Yeah, you may not eat it now, but you put it up and everything, you label it what it is and what day you put it down in the freezer. Still try to eat the stuff that went in there first, first in, first out rotation. Anybody who's worked any, fast food or warehousing or whatever knows what FIFO is, first in, first out. And you do that, but as long as you you put it in the freezer, you deep freeze it and everything, it's still good. Oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Do I want to chance it and hope that's a wormhole? No, I don't. Explored as much as I can really explore here. Probably ought to drag that in there with me on the way back in. I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, you gotta be smart. You gotta be proactive. I mean, that's what people back in the day used to do just because winter was coming. Not even because of a bad storm or, disease or illness or political unrest or war or anything like that. I mean, you farmed and you worked your ass off all year long to stock up stuff, and then come the winter time when you were stuck in the house and nothing was going to grow, and all that stuff like that, you had everything canned and I don't want to say freeze dried because the technology wasn't really a thing back then. But I mean, you know what I mean? Salt cured, dried, put up and everything, preserved in whatever way necessary. It's probably stupid of me to drag this one down here because the one I was anticipating was probably... Of course, this thing is damn heavy as hell, too. Yeah, but they had everything in their smoke houses and, salt cured and, bins of potatoes and everything and different canned food and stuff like that. I mean, that's just what you did because you knew nothing was going to grow during the winter. You did what you could to preserve everything and, and have it. And you always left a little bit over. You always left a little bit over during the fall as you pulled everything up. You put some stuff aside because you also had to have some stuff aside to plant for next year. You couldn't just eat everything up and then not have anything to plant. I mean, thing is, people have forgotten that now. They take for granted that everything's just gonna be in the grocery stores, and the worst argument that some of these people who are against hunting and killing animals and all this stuff, the worst argument against that is, oh, but you can just go to the grocery store and go buy you some beef. Why do you gotta go, especially the one, I'm mainly talking about the ones that are against, like, hunting. You can just go out and just buy your stuff at the grocery store. Why do you gotta go out and kill a deer? Because sometimes shit like this happens, and you may not be able to find anything at the grocery store. So if you have the skill to go out there and put a slug or two in a deer and gut it and clean it and package it up and freeze it and whatever, freeze, salt cure it, whatever you gotta do with it, you'll have stuff to eat. Where's the next? Oh, up in this corner, and I about missed it. Damn it. I wish I could drag it with me. That'd have been nice. But I mean, the problem is, too, why do you think they have things like deer season and duck season and stuff like that? I mean, they encourage people to go out there and kill the deer because the deer, for the most part, aren't doing anything but just eating and shitting and making more of them themselves. I mean, everything's got its place in the ecosystem, don't get me wrong, but you get a population of deer done grown too big for the area, and they can't find food, they're gonna start dying off. Fuck, man. See, that should not have happened. That should not have happened anywhere. Get him! Kill him! Good God Almighty! No, wasted another guy. That would have been the time for damn time bombs or homing missiles. Now, I should be getting close enough to get another life with these crystals, but good God Almighty. I mean, what I'm saying is, be smart, have common sense, don't let people tell you things or talk you into things or make you think different things about, It seems like, being lazy and being ignorant and being stupid is popular. As long as you don't know nothing. It's like, who the hell you think you are, stocking up on food and being all responsible and shit? That's some old bullshit. It's almost like people who can't or don't want to think about that or don't have the ability want to try to drag other people down to keep them from, from prospering where the others might not. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. We all have a compass. We know what's right. I mean, that's why we always say, like, little kids and stuff. Little kids can sense evil people. There's another one down there. Damn. Little kids can sense evil people. They know what's right and what's wrong. Of course, people use that whole, they use the kids as shields and political pawns, which I hate that. But kids don't have a lot of this prejudice and everything built into them. They want to cooperate and they want to get along. It's only when they get taught these different things about, just being out for themselves and screw everybody else and the oppression narrative this and Son of a... Oh, wasted that one. There wasn't even shit down here. See, this is where I'm fucking up here. Shouldn't even went in there. Start doing a whole hell of a lot better, I'm telling you. So I've already had enough fuel. And I went in here. So ain't shit else over here, right? I'm gonna warp back to the ship. Aw, damn it. That was stupid. Yeah, it's just people don't understand what hard times are anymore. That's, you know, it's the same type of people that they have no problem with the government, you know, overstepping their boundaries and telling people what they can and can't have. And then going, oh, but the government would never do this, or the government would never do that. It's current year. You think people are over? No, they're not over that. They're not over that at all. Don't fall for some old bullshit just because, you know, people tell you. You gotta know what's right. You gotta have a little bit more discipline and a little bit more, you know, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more knowledge. You know, we don't know what's gonna happen. We have no clue what's gonna happen in the future. That's why you always have to be prepared. And there's nothing wrong with being prepared. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being prepared. Like some of these people, you know, prepare and everything, put a bunch of food and everything up and stuff like that for emergency. Well, you know, it lasts for so long. If you don't need it in that time, just eat it up and buy more. I mean, it's not like you're really out of a loss for anything. There's some, you know, some places and everything, you get storable foods that last you like 25 years. Yeah, I know I've kind of rattled and prattled on about some stuff and everything, and I am still trying to play the game and everything, but I mean, you gotta think, too, you know. This is stuff we're all dealing with. This is, you know... Hope everybody stays safe out there and... You know... Hopefully you do what you gotta do in order to keep from getting it. And if you get it, I hope you know basic procedures about, you know, how to handle the cold and the flu and everything to help deal with it. I mean, mainly, you know, get your rest. Take what you got to take to help alleviate some symptoms so it's not, you know, it's not miserable. You know, it's going to be miserable, but at least not unbearable. Do what you got to do to keep your fever down. My mom used to give my sister popsicles and everything when she was running a fever real bad. And putting the cloth over her forehead, that whole thing, you know, Tylenol, ibuprofen, you know, whatnot like that. Just make sure you eat. At least, you know, try to do what you can to eat. The last thing you want to do is not eat. That old saying, you know, you starve a cold, feed a fever. I can't remember exactly how that went, but I mean, basically was, but you know, if you didn't eat, your body wasn't going to get the energy and the nutrients enough in it to help fight off whatever it was you were dealing with. So by not eating, you're just making yourself sicker. You're making yourself more... You're making yourself weaker, and whatever you got's gonna get, you know, get more of a hold on you. Well, I gotta do what I gotta do to try to get another life or two, because this is... But yeah, mainly above all, it's gonna be all right. It's not the sickness itself that we've got to worry about. It's the panic and it's the everybody getting it all at once that we have to worry about. I'm gonna have to come back in here. Yep. That's exactly what I'm gonna have to do. Oh, that's not it. I know I've prattled on for a good while. I know a lot of people, when they want to see game streams, they don't want to hear a lot of this stuff, but yeah, I'm telling you, it's not as bad as what it looks like. And people will easily forget what all we went through and what all happened, just like the last couple of times something come up. Shoot. Dong. Eh? Up. Big husky up. Just mainly gonna try to get through here without hanging off the damn walls. Like a damn pinball. Er. Come on, shoot them. There we go. I think I got them. Frickin' 2 lives down. This is a pretty easy, straightforward room. Go in the hole. There we go. Spinning! Alright, now let me destroy the ship so I can make an easier time in this cyber zone. Oh, you son of a bitch. I missed one. And off we go. Chorlton. Oh, we're in a new system too. Moogram. Old Moogram. So let me see. Let me make sure to save that there. As yeah, hour 14 minus, you know, me talking and BSing in the intro and all that. That's, you know, a solid hour. So that's what I'm gonna do is wrap this one up, and then I'm gonna start another one and do this planet, and yeah, the whole same thing all over again. So let me do the thing. Let me get out of here, and I'll see you all later. This has been Conspicuously Incredible Gaming with your host, Mike. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, check the links down below for all the places that I'm at and check the links down below if you'd like to donate a few dollars to Streamlabs. I appreciate that, and if not, just I appreciate you watching either way. And see the Discord, because there's always some good stuff going on there. We kind of need a little bit more people to make it a big thing, but there's still stuff being shared there. And all the other links down below for the people that have helped out over the last so many years or whatever, contributed. I just left them in there because hey, why not? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Take care and have a good 4. Conspicuously Incredible Gaming is a Conspicuously Incredible production. ConspicuouslyIncredible.com